Hello, I'm Bill Gerber. We're here today to introduce you to Lendisoft and to find the right investment partner. In the $1.4 trillion auto finance industry, it's estimated that more than half of the enterprise lenders are using homegrown software to manage their loan portfolios. No longer. Let me introduce you to Rick Haskell, our founder and COO, to walk through his brief journey, and to give you a preview of our end-to-end lending platform.
Thanks, Bill. I want to start with just a quick story about why I founded Lendisoft. I come from a background of enterprise lending. I was 23 years at a public company, NASDAQ index, and I managed the risk management function, but I also managed the system software development. And we used homegrown software. Now, why did we do that? It's very expensive to run a software company inside of a lending business. We did that for competitive advantage. And through the years, we figured out how to replicate a lot of the tasks that the staff would do manually. And eventually, we came up with something that I like to call a process-driven design. And what that allowed us to do is originate loans more accurately than ever before and about twice as fast. Now, it did come with a cost. First of all, as I mentioned, it's very expensive to do that, to run that software effort. Number two, it would take forever to run software changes through the pipeline. We would get requests, no kidding, that would take 10 minutes to code, but they would take 10 months before we could get to them because they're just backlogged. Very frustrating for everybody involved. And finally, the UI was terrible. We were using an IBM platform, green screen display, if anyone's ever dealt with that before, and everybody was always saying, go to the market and find something modern. And every year I'd go to the market, I'd look for a modern cloud-based alternative, and every year I'd come back to the executive team and say, guys, you know, there's some good-looking stuff out there, but it can't handle our process-driven design architecture. And that's what's giving us all this competitive advantage. And that's why I started Lendisoft. Lendisoft is the first of its kind, no-code solution, so the executive team can actually, it's the business executives can drive the whole thing. And here's Bill to talk to you about the demo here.
Yeah, so after sign-on, you reach our intranet module. It's enterprise class and aimed to connect the departments. On the left, you see all of our modules outlined that give you an overview of our end-to-end lending platform. Next, you have the executive dashboards, monitoring high-level KPIs, allowing for informed and intelligent decisions. We don't have time to show you the mobile app for originations, the consumer-facing mobile app, so what I'll do is I'll pass it back to Rick and let him take a deeper dive into our originations and servicing platform.
All right, thanks, Bill. We'll start with the origination module. It's kind of the sort of the rock star of our software. We have a enterprise class origination module. Once again, it's a no-code solution, so the business executives can configure and run the entire system. Let's see, one of the key differentiators in our system, give you a little example. Enterprise lenders, when they're going to change their automatic decisioning, they don't just go in and change a business rule and then hit save and then it's, you know, live in production just like that. That would be very dangerous. In fact, it could be catastrophic to the profitability of the company. What they need to do is they need to take a clone of their auto decision engine, put it into a safe environment. They need to pass thousands of apps through this potential change after making some business rule tweaks, and then they need to run a simulation report. Eli is kind of showing you our simulation report and kind of scrolling down, and you can see how comprehensive it is. But it's showing you all the parameters and all the metrics that are tied to your organization's profitability. They study this report. If there's anything that's in the red, they go back to the decision engine architecture, they tweak the rules again, they run the simulation again, and they go back forth 2 or 3 times until they finally get this thing looking right. Because this is what the business is going to look like in the next 3 to 6 months. And they got to get this dialed in just right before they go live. Then they go live, move it into production. That's the safe way to do this. And if you would look at the alternate solutions in a cloud-based solution out there in the market, Nobody's got this. We use some clever engineering to put a test environment in the middle of our production environment to make this possible. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that one key differentiator. We have a servicing module. Servicing module is where you do all of your collections and asset recovery. A lot of risk management jam-packed into here. For example, we have champion challenger campaigns. So once again, no coding required. Executives can come in. They can create communication strategies around text, email, calling, and they can make a competing strategy on the right-hand side that's dialed in a little differently. They can run this A/B testing format all month long. End of the month, we have ROI-based reports that tell you who won from a cost standpoint. And this is how the enterprise lenders are continually improving themselves and getting better and better and more efficient and more effective. So that's really the emphasis on what we're trying to bring to the table with our software design. Finally, a few other modules. We have a model builder. This will build machine learning models using a wizard-based system to do all of the complicated stuff. Once again, you don't need a PhD statistician or a quant or something to build the models. The business executives can build the machine learning models right here, even putting their business influence into the model design. We have a data mining module, no code required, wizard-based system that can run portfolio analytics and do pretty much everything an enterprise lender needs to do all in one package. Finally, there's a configuration menu where you set up users and create roles and those kinds of things. With that, I'll hand it back to Bill.
Sure. So in closing, our software is a game changer, a SaaS subscription model with true risk management, compliance sophistication, machine learning scoring models, and AI automation, addressing the huge gap in the market, designed and developed by lenders, for lenders, all focused on driving incremental performance and profit. Thank you.
Thank you.